Hello there, it's Rachel Palmieri in Melbourne, Australia. I'm a Stampin Up independent demonstrator, and I have finally got some things from the new catalogue. Bit exciting, and I've been having loads of fun. But I thought for a change I would highlight masculine cards. I have to make a lot of masculine cards, having 5 sons and 6 grandsons, a husband, and I guess assorted others. But we're in for a few of the sons' birthdays over the next few months. And I had to have a think about what might be suitable from the new catalogue, because we've done the bike riding and things like that, and I just didn't quite know where to go with it. So for my first card that I've completed, and I have here in front of you, I've used a couple of different stamp sets on the front, and then inside. Alright, so I used the feather and the little blocks from Tasteful Touches. I've noticed that there's at least 3 stamp sets in this catalogue with feathers in them, so you can have every style of feather that you fancy, I think. I've used the new basic in colour DSP. We don't have the inks. Well, I don't have them in my hands at the moment, so I went with Seaside Spray and Night of Navy. But this is a little bit of the, what's the colour? Is it Misty Moonlight? So that's what I've used for the card base, and for that, this is Itty Bitty Birthdays, which is always handy to have. Now, the large sentiment there on the front is actually from this stamp set called A Grand Kid, and I bought it straight off because it will be great for my grandchildren. However, I kind of liked this one. So smart, so fun, so sweet, and so wonderful. We must be related for this particular son. Now, these little embellishments have retired. It's a shame because they're quite nice, but then I found a substitute for my next one. And I used the In Good Taste Designer Series paper. I used this side for this particular card, and I'm using this side for my next one. That paper has 40 sheets in it, and there are 20 different patterns. So I don't have the full lot here because I've used a lot of them already. But they're pretty nice. Okay, so I did put a list of supplies here to help you find them in the catalogue. I didn't put page numbers, I didn't put prices. I could have only put prices for Australia, and they'll be different no matter where in the world you are. Okay, any questions you can get back to me. Alright, so I'll set that one up there, and to save time, I have got my base and card pieces ready here. Now, I used the more textured embossing folder for this particular card. Well, I'm going to. It's the Old World paper, whereas the first one is Tasteful Textile, and you can probably see that it's just a quite a nice smooth one, but oh, lovely texture in it. Now here's a sample piece that I did before of this one. So I think you can see that it's pretty chunky. So instead of trying to adhere these, I'm thinking that I need to actually emboss it with them on. So I'll get that part done before I take it off and put it through the embossing machine. So I do like the effect when you have the circle partially off the card front. If you ever came to one of my classes, you'll find out that I like everything a little bit off. I'll just trim those and I'll come back with the embossing machine. Now when I find out that a folder fits through with the blue plate, I've been putting a blue sticker on it just for quick and easy reference. So I can crank that through. Just have to check that because I may not have had it fully in. No, that's fine. I've done it the reverse way just for a bit of variety. It depends on which way you have the folder facing. Okay, now I just had to give that a little trim. It was still sticking over a little bit. Because of all of these ridges, I sort of feel like it needs a decent amount of Tombow glue. Okay, that wasn't glued down properly there. Okay, easily fixed. Alright, I'll do a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to use the grey granite. And I was going to stamp it off, but maybe I won't. See Australia down there? So here's a different feather. Stamps are falling. And actually, I'll do this too. Not very straight. It's a very wet day here today. Not at all pleasant. Probably could have done that with the first one that I stamped out, seeing I trimmed it back so far. Never mind. Now, so one of my sons has his birthday in June, but I've done him one of the cards with the frames. This one's for a birthday in July, and this one is the October one. This is just to get excess glue off, because adding it in later, of course, I overdid it. And I'll probably do it again. Yes, so those little rubbers are well used at my place. Now, these are embellishments that come with In Good Taste. It's a fabulous suite, actually. I bought the full thing. I used the one code and got the lot. I might use the fine tip glue on this one because I want it to stay Well, I mean, even with Tombow, I'm sure it would stay put, but I feel this might be a bit better with an embellishment like that. And this particular son is a carpenter, so I think wood's quite apt. Oh. Okay, so maybe changing my mind and we might try the glue dot. Do you think they're a bit like noughts and crosses? Mm. All right, I think I'm done. Just have to position that. I thought I'd sorted out the insides, but I can't see them at the moment. But I was just going to double line the inside, so black and white, probably with a strip of paper across. I just don't know why I can't see it. Alright, I think that's it. That's my two cards. I'll see you next time. Bye.